Trust that the answer is within you, for there is a way. Sing for the trees, let their wisdom guide you. If you answer the call, you'll hear the song. Trust in the answer now. Your heart knows the way to go. Here in the glen, deep in the woods, here by the trees, you'll find the key. There is a path, one that is true. Trust that your heart knows the answer. If you follow your heart, sing your love song, all will be well within you, for there is a way. Trust and believe. Trust that your path will lead to the song of your heart. Let's see, one of those. Thank you. So singing from our hearts, that's what this is about. And singing for trees, because we're tree sisters. Singing for the earth, singing for all of life with the voices that we have right now. I usually go into a rather long thing about how many of you were told you can't sing. That's many, 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 many of you. Maybe it was your mother, father, children, sister, brother, teacher, grandparents, whoever it was, those messages got believed and they got swallowed into the throat. So this is about opening your voice, trusting that you have a voice, knowing that you have a voice, knowing that that voice is yours and yours alone, and no one can take that from you. And all those people who may have been silencers in the past, it's time to thank them for whatever messages they've given us, and perhaps defiantly, perhaps joyfully, perhaps with grief, perhaps with angst, breathe into the voice you have. It's all about the breath. It's all about our life's breath, following our life's breath. So let's all just take a big, deep breath right now and let it out. And again. And one more time. So this is where it starts. This is our pathway. This is our lifeline. This is our breath that connects us with all of life, with the trees, the breath that we can only breathe because of the trees. So let's take in 3 more deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, with that knowledge that this is breath that the trees are gifting us with. So it starts with the breath. The voice starts with the breath. And that acknowledgement again, we have a voice. You have a voice. You have a right to your voice as it is right now. Even if you've said to yourself all your life, your voice sounds like a crow in a tin can, or, you sound like a cow, or whatever it is that you've internalized, all of those messages, they're there, and breathe into them. And again, another deep breath. And this time we can let out a sound just as we are right now, wherever we are around the world, locked down or not. We will breathe and let it out with a sound. And we need to know that at this stage, this doesn't have to sound pretty. This is just your body. This is just real. So yeah, kind of move your shoulders around, shake it out just a little bit. And 3 more deep breaths. And let out some sound with the breath. That's my authentic voice at the moment. Yours might sound different. Let's do one more. And then just another breath. Just a quieting breath. So all song rides on the breath, and it's also about emotion. But so many of us, with all these messages that are ongoing, really, feel, not feel, you're too much, you're not too much, whatever it is that we're telling ourselves or we've been told, it all starts with those instinctual sounds. And it's emotion, it's emotion. It's emotion. It's emotion. It's emotion. And it's meant to move through the body. What happens to all of us, including me, is it gets stuck because we don't express it, because we hold our breath because we're scared. And there's a lot of fear going on right now. So we don't have to hold our breath, and we can let these sounds out. So these sounds are pre-verbal. When we were babies, before we could say any word at all, our first sound was because we were at the breast, or maybe the bottle. And we went, so just try that. This is the first sound of all of life. Calves make this sound with their mother cows. Before they go into Moo. It's first sheep, little baby lambs make this sound before it goes into Just try that with me. And then we'll go back to the cow. So these are sounds that we share with all of life, with the animal kingdom. This that can also go easily into a smile. So you might not have felt like smiling, or you might have not have smiled for days, but practice that smile now. And that appreciation with all of life. Mm. Mm. So these are sounds that you can practice at any time. Another sound low in the body that when you're not feeling so good, you might just go, you can groan out a little bit. Just try that. Again. And see if you can feel that sound at your root chakra down at your base. Bring your voice down as low as it can go. Oh. You can even put your hand on the back of your spine to help you feel that. Oh. Oh. It's okay if your tone is different than my tone. Oh. And yeah, when we're just feeling, just try that. Uh. That's usually coming down low from the body. Once more. And the next one we'll do is ooh. So that's just a little higher. So this is at the second chakra. Again, you can put your hands there. So what are some ooh sounds? Not quite, it's not quite, it's kind of like ooh, ooh. You know, that sort of fear sound can come from the second chakra. Ooh, that kind of going back. So just try one of those. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And now let it out. Ooh, even stronger. Ooh. And then we can move up to an O, which is at the solar plexus. And this is where so much stuff gets stuck because there's so many nerve endings in the solar plexus. So some O's might be uh-oh, oh, 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 oh. It can be all sorts of O's that kind of come out. They're oh, oh, oh. So now let's put our hands on our solar plexus and just give it some strength, give it some welly, as they say in England. So now if we invert that and instead of OH, we do HO, those are great songs for the solar plexus too. So one of them is the classic Santa Claus sound of ho, 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 ho. Again, put your hand on your solar plexus and feel how the air pushes out with when you add the H. Ho, 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 ho. 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 And I think in martial arts, sometimes they just might go, ho, ho. This is a powerful sound. Ho, ho. And then breathe. Oh. I'm just going to ask Pollyanna, can you make my face bigger so I can see my face?
So to do that, to see your face, you need to
Yeah,
click
to see
on
my face. It's a little easier for me
up the
because now I'm
top.
seeing your face.
Yes, so you need to click up the top that where it says speaker view. If you click on that, it should switch to whoever's speaking. So once I mute myself,
Is that the little three dots?
it could be, it's in the top menu bar.
The top menu bar on my little face? I have a very little
No,
face, right?
on the bar that's actually the whole Zoom screen. If you've got the Zoom screen maximized,
Yeah, mute, stop video, invite, manage participants, record, and
that's
share.
the bottom. That's the bottom menu, I think. So if you go up to the top, there should be a button that says Speaker View.
Top. It doesn't matter. Oh, look at my little face. It's okay. I don't want to waste any. I don't want to faff around. That's another great English expression. I'm not going to faff around. Okay, so we did hose. Another one is just ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. And he is a good one. Now, whenever we're not quite at E, but I'll just say you might have noticed on my face that ho, my mouth is in an O, ho, ha. My mouth is in a different shape with ah. And he, my mouth goes into a smile. He, ha, 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 ho, ho, ho. These are all things you can practice on your own when this call is over and with the recording. So just another one that works the wholer plexus. The wholer plexus, the solar plexus is haya, 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 haya. Haya, New Zealand. Haya, Birmingham. Haya, Tennessee. Haya, 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 haya. Haya, 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 hi. 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 Hi, y'all. I lived in Peachtree City, Georgia for 3 months, and I lived in Atlanta, Georgia for just a few weeks, and I lived in North Carolina for 3 years. So I'd have just a little bit of that Southern accent, but not too much because I wasn't born there. I have mostly Californian accent with a little bit of English coming in from time to time, you know. So where we oh, now we get to go to ah. And ah is the heart sound. So when we are in sympathy with somebody, we might go, ah, 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 ah. And then we might go into the ah, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, ah, ah, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And whenever we make those sounds, you all know what I'm feeling. If I go, or if I go, we all have a lot of that going on right now. So let's let it out. It's okay to grieve. A lot of this stuff right now is about lungs, and lungs are grief. And some of this grief is around trees, burning trees, dying trees, our feelings for trees. So let's let the trees know that we're in sympathy with them and let out a few sounds of grief. Some of our own sounds too. And just a few normal breaths, because that's a lot. That's just a lot to feel that. It's a lot to acknowledge that. So just a few quiet breaths. And now the sound of love with awe. Ah. Think of something you love, especially a tree you love. Ah. Send that love to that special tree. Ah. And let's do that 3 more times because we need to feel that love. Oh, and the trees need to hear our love. Oh, oh, and just a normal breath. Oh. Now, while we're still staying at the heart, one of the very good things for the immune system is in the heart area, which is our sternum. And if we find our sternum, which is this big long bone where all the ribs come off of, and just make small circles and find those places in your sternum that might have some pain in them. When we suppress our grief, When we suppress our voices, when we suppress our love, we hold things in the heart that need to be shared, that need to be heard, that need to be listened to. One of the hardest things, well, anyway, I won't talk. I'll just do my circles and encourage you to do your circles. If you're suppressing grief, your sternum, especially down there at the very bottom, is going to feel very tight. So find that spot at the bottom of your sternum. There's a little hollow there, and just press into it and breathe and let out the ah sound that you're feeling. It may not be the same as mine. We're going to do this 3 more times. It can be a soft sound too. It can just be like, it can be like that sigh. Once more. And then to strengthen your immune system too, make your hand into a swan beak and just tap there. And a few more, because we all need this right now. Once more. And then just put your hands on your heart, over your heart in whatever way your hands want to go. And also connect your heart with the lung points. Again, that place where you all need to be breathing deeply in the lungs or grief. So let's put our thumbs on our lung points. I don't know how well you can see me. My lung points, sort of halfway in from the sternum. You'll find sore spots. Trust me, they'll probably be sore. And let's just do a little bit of breathing there and just let out whatever sound you feel is in there. Three more. And then just put your hands on your lungs. This color for the lungs is white. So you can imagine some pure white light. And I'm just learning that one of the lung sounds, I won't go into the Qigong exercise because I'm just learning it and I don't want to do it wrong. But the sound for the lungs is like a Z. We'll do that 3 more times. This is all very good for anxiety. If you're having trouble sleeping at night, it could be because you're holding your breath or you're anxious. So if you deepen your breath and let out some sound, that's really helpful. So if you're having trouble getting your Z's, try some Z's. Okay, now we're moving up to the throat. Taking our time with this. You can put your hand on your throat and you can thank your throat and your vocal cords for everything that it's done for you, for this voice that actually does not come from the throat. It just comes through the vocal folds. The voice is actually in the entire body. Let me say that again. The voice is in the entire body, and it's also in the space around you. It's in the air around you. So when you breathe in, you're breathing in that air. And when you let out sound, it's just passing through. It's just passing through the throat. Just passing through. But it comes from all around you, and it comes from the body. And it comes from the body of the earth. It comes from the earth. The voice comes from the earth, comes from the trees, comes from all living beings. So the sound is ah. Let's see. Sometimes when you don't feel like you have a voice, it goes. So let's kind of clear that clog. And all those people who told you had no voice, you couldn't sing, would just go. I'm not going to look at anybody. Just kind of and then breathe in and open up the throat. And for those who have had closed throats, a few sounds you can either leave your hand there or take it away is puppy sound. When you bring a little puppy home and it misses its mama and it goes. Actually, if you put one hand on your solar plexus and one hand on your throat, you'll feel it in both places. So for the little puppy and all of us, because we have to remember we're animals and we have little animals inside of us. Sometimes they're little baby animals that are wanting to make these sounds, and we've been encultured away from making them. So these are all great things you can practice on your own. So we're now going to get to I, and then we'll get to E, and then I'll open it up to Pollyanna and I'll pause. So I is the third eye, it's I. Sometimes we feel like this is where the I is. The I really isn't there, but the higher I. And I is a diphthong, which means that it's got I and then it goes into E. So there's actually 2 sounds for the price of 1. When we say I, it's also E, I, me, E, 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 maybe kids, E, E, E. Okay, so I can clear the brain with this sound. I. Lord knows we need to clear our brains now. Not about the brain. I. And it's not really about the I. I. So instead of I now, I'm going to go to the same tone, but we. We'll go I, we, I, we, I, we, I, we. I just made that up. I haven't taught in a long time. That's what I like about teaching, is just making stuff up, just making it up as we go along. Okay, E is the top of the head. So you can put your hand up here. We're going to do a really high E, and E is where we get the smile. E. Deep breath. E. And the way we get some E sounds is wee, wee, wee. And as Julie Andrews says, and that takes us back to wee. For the grounding. So if you need sonic caffeine, go to a high E. If you need to be grounded, go to an an oo, or a o, or a ho. Heart, ah, ah. So thank you everybody for listening to Susie. And I'm gonna pause, and then we're gonna see where we go. We've got 15 minutes to see where we go.
We have got a little bit more than that, Susie, if we want, because we did put it into 15:15 if we wanted to, but that's totally up to
Okay, well,
you.
we'll see how Susie's doing.
Yeah. And I just have to say my body is loving this. As someone who's often in their head, I can feel my whole body tingling, and especially my lungs, because they never get any attention. Yeah, and I think it would be lovely if anyone has a question or something they'd like to share at this point. You can put that in the chat, and or anything that's arising at this particular point in time.
Yeah, anything. It could be anything.
And also, if you have a question and you'd like to ask it, you can raise your hand.
Just a massive thank you from Tabitha. Yay. Or I suppose you could unmute yourself.
You could. We have to try not to all do it
If
at
you
once.
have a question or something you want to say, you can unmute yourself, as long as we don't all unmute ourselves at the same time. And then we'll go. How can we transverse all the notes in the same breath? all the notes in the same breath. So, oh, oh, that was one breath. Sounds like the scale. Yep, could be the scale. This is great. Thank you from Danitu.
So we've also got,
Wow, yes.
there's another question a bit higher up from Business Ecology. My sounds did not have the reverberation. How does that come? Thanks, Susie.
Reverberation, it comes with practice, because if a lot of people have spent a lot of their life, you know, like, well, I don't have a voice, and so I'm going to close my throat and talk from here, and especially in England, I'm going to talk from a stiff upper lip, and so there's no reverberation. To get reverberation, the throat has to be open, the breath has to be there, and you got to open the your mouth or your jaw, all of that, and then there's more space, because we're just moving air through the body, through the world around us, through the vocal folds, into the resonators, and that's where the reverberation comes from. Sing in your bathroom. Sing in a tiled bathroom. Take a bath, sing. You'll feel the reverberation, and just practice. Sing in the shower. But the bath is great because of the tiles.
There's another
Okay.
question here from Anthony. Singing from my heart, besides sound, can I also make up words, gibberish, sort of?
You can totally do whatever you want to. Yeah, you can go, but the more I have worked with my voice, and we'll get, and here's the tree thing, I'm a good listener. So the more I've learned to listen to myself and made the sounds I wanted to make, which might be gibberish, which might be one breath, might be a scale, might be a song, might be whatever it is. And then we go out in nature and we listen. Sometimes what I hear is from a tree. I hear sounds that I know are not originating from me because I know my sounds. So singing is about listening. And we still have Lisa Jane Alexander raised a hand, and I still don't know how to.
Okay, I'm going to unmute.
So I've unmuted.
Oh, you've unmuted. Cool.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Oh, hi.
Yes,
Hi.
I was trying to be respectful and raising my hand. Susie, I love your song about beautiful trees. We're
Yeah.
including that in our song list for Sing for the Trees
Oh,
in
wonderful.
Tennessee.
Wonderful.
And I would love to hear you sing it before we close. It doesn't have to be right now, but whenever it arises, I would love to sing along with you. I know we'll all have to be muted, but it's one of those songs that I think we could join in on as you repeat it. It would be lovely if we could sing it together.
Okay, well, why don't we sing it right now together? The time
Thank you.
is right. Somebody said I'd love to do that too.
Thank
So the
you.
words are very simple. Beautiful, 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 beautiful trees. And at some point, I started to add in different trees. So the melody is beautiful, 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 beautiful trees. You can try that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful trees. Just repeats. Beautiful, 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 beautiful trees. Beautiful, 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 beautiful trees. You can put names of trees. Beautiful you and beautiful cherry. Beautiful, beautiful trees. Sing your own trees. Beautiful oak and beautiful pine. Beautiful, beautiful trees. Beautiful apple, beautiful tangerine. Beautiful, beautiful trees. Beautiful ash and beautiful elm. Beautiful, beautiful trees. Beautiful, 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 beautiful trees. Beautiful, 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 beautiful trees. Now you could also sing, if you have a higher voice or want to sing higher. Let's see, can I do that now? Let's see. Beautiful, 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 beautiful trees. Beautiful, 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 beautiful trees. Or beautiful, 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 beautiful trees. Beautiful, 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 beautiful trees. Or beautiful trees, beautiful trees, beautiful, beautiful trees. Beautiful trees, beautiful trees, beautiful, beautiful trees. You could just sing trees, 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 trees. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now I'm mixing myself up here, trying to do too much because I'm not a chorus. I'm just one person. But one of the things I love to do, thank you for asking for that. One of the things I love to do is pick a very simple song like that. And if you just keep singing it and singing it and singing it and singing it with a group of people, then you start hearing something and you can start improvising. And you could sing that song for 20 minutes and have such great fun and move with it. And on Earth Day, if it's just on Earth Day, wherever you are, if you're in a lockdown in your home, sing to the tree out your window. If you can walk someplace, sing to that tree. Yeah. So if you can be with a group, but you can't be together and you're in a sort of a grove of trees, everybody can have their tree. So you can still have distance, but you can have your tree because we all live in different circumstances. If you're shopping and you're out, and Waitrose in Great Malvern in England has a parking lot with a lot of trees. Every now and then I stop and just really acknowledge those trees because they are doing a service. So we're saying beautiful, 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 beautiful tree in the parking lot. Or whatever it is. Do you recommend a way to breathe, like breathing from the diaphragm? Yes. And you can't really see me very well, but there's so many. Actually, one of the best things to do is lay down on the floor when you can, put a small book under your head, put one hand on your belly and the other hand on your chest, and let your bottom hand on your belly rise first. It takes a little practice, but laying with your back on the floor is a little easier for people. And it's kind of a position that we were in as babies. So you can also sort of imagine that, you're blowing up a balloon, but you blow it up from, it's in your it's in your, it's not really in your belly, but the diaphragm is a huge muscle that goes all around the body. And you can put your hands on your side and just, so practice breathing from there, and try not to raise your shoulders. Look at yourself in a mirror. And if your shoulders are raising up, I'm exaggerating, I'm breathing from my lungs. So try not to raise your shoulders. Yeah.
Susie,
Okay, any other questions?
we've got a comment which I'd love to read out because I feel the same. I want to thank you for bringing up the grief I didn't know I was carrying in my body, or I did know I was carrying in my body. I just came in from a walk in the woods and was raw and open. Thank you. I really enjoyed this lesson, Susie, and that was from Jerry. So I want to thank you as well, especially for those. I've got a very tender sternum and those lung points, and it's often tender, and I had no idea why, and it was incredibly enlightening to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think maybe I said this before on another last year Tree Sister call. As women, we're like supposed to be the sensitive ones, but then we get these mixed messages. You're too emotional. Like, I don't want to see you cry, or I'm afraid to cry, or in the UK, I'm so sorry, I'm terribly sorry, I'm terribly sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, because I'm a human and I'm expressing a feeling. And we don't want to let that grief come up and then choke it off again. You have an open channel now to just breathe into it, and let it out. Yeah.
Someone else, Jenny, says, thank you so much. This has changed so much in my body and the way I feel. This would be lovely to do with the people I'm in isolation with, so they don't think I'm going mad as I sing in my room. They may not be into the chakras, though.
Yeah, great. Yes, some people are in isolation now. I mean, truly in isolation in bedrooms, and for those who, who are feeling ill, just go easy with stuff on the lungs. Just go easy, but put your hands there and just breathe very gently, and then let it out with a sigh. It can be gentle. I'm a real loudmouth sometimes, but I've learned to be. Oh, okay.
So Katie said, I really like the notion that you can just make up a song as you go along. Never really felt I could do that. I will start.
Absolutely. Any song. What's a song we might all know? Is there a song that we might know? My mind's blank. I'm taking a sip of tea.
Happy birthday.
Okay, so happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Susie, on April 19th. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you and 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 you. Happy birthday to you and me. Happy birthday to me, 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 me. Happy birthday to me. I got the screaming meanies. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to me, 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 me. Whoa.
That was cool.
Yeah, I can go just a little longer. I can feel my stuff starting to wind down, winding down. but I can go a little bit longer. 5 more minutes.
So Eva says, thank you. This inspires me to communicate with the trees through sounds back and forth.
Yes. Great.
I was thinking before, Susie, that once we've got the recording of this, it's actually an amazing practice. Just, you know, and I was wondering about how often you would do this kind of thing, and do you do it for a warm-up before you sing?
You can do it for a warm-up before you sing, but when I first learned vocal toning, which we haven't really done a full reform vocal toning, I actually have a YouTube that I did years ago called Vocal Toning. If you just put in vocal toning Susan Elizabeth Hale on YouTube, you'll get like a whole 10-minute spiel on toning. So you can do that. But I learned that the way that I found my true voice really is through toning. Because if I just go, and then I go, the hills are alive with the sound. You know, I bypassed a lot of other sound that wanted to come in. And we have such rich depth in our bodies that is so unexplored. And if we just let ourselves make sound and just stay with it longer, it's so hard to do it alone when you're first getting started with this, because we all feel somebody, the inner critic on our shoulder, or the person who told us not to sing. We go, oh God, no, I can't do it. It's too much. I can't. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. Oh, I'm not doing it like her. I'm doing it wrong. No, you're not doing it wrong. You're doing it like you, with whoever you are right now. So it can be a warm-up or it can be a full practice. You can do it 5 minutes a day. You can do it 10 minutes a day. You can do it a half an hour a day. It's great to do it daily because we've got a lot of emotion to process right now. So, and shower, bath, great places. Driving, great place to make sound.
Thank you so much, Susie. Is there anything that you'd like to say as a wrap up?
Let's see, I've made all these little notes. I want to say how grateful I am for Zoom and the internet, but I feel we need to be careful and not rely so much on technology right now, that we need quiet time, and we need to know that we can connect with each other through the airwaves, and we can connect to trees and the earth through the airwaves. So while we're getting so much and encouraged to be using the internet and be using Zoom and Skype, and it's so great. I've called friends in the States and it's so good to see them, and I'm not saying I'm not using it or going to use it, but I'm saying there's a whole other unexplored world of the airwaves. That what if we all, everybody on this call, went outside and sent a message unlistened to receive something? What if everybody did that? What if we trusted our intuition and our body knowing that we are connected and that we don't need technology to connect us? The trees know they're connected. I just got this great new book. I've only read 2 pages. I know it's going to be life-changing. The Songs of Trees.
Oh, wow.
Stories from Nature's Great Connectors by David George Haskell, who's a biologist. but a poet. I just want to read a little bit from here because I read this the other morning at 6 a.m. when I woke up and couldn't get back to sleep. Just read the first two short paragraphs. For the Homeric Greeks, kleos, fame, was made of song. Vibrations in air contained the measure and memory of a person's life. To listen was therefore to learn what endures. I turned my ear to trees, seeking ecological kleos. I found no heroes, no individuals around whom history pivots. Instead, living memories of trees manifest in their songs, tell of life's community, a net of relations. We humans belong within this conversation as blood kin and incarnate members. To listen is therefore to hear our voices and those of our family. Wow. Just songs of trees. Even if we don't have this book, listen to the songs of trees. My friend Susanna Barefoot, who lives in Birmingham, that gave me the goosebumps, she said, has a tree just outside her house on a walkway that she can just walk to, named Russ. Susanna, do you want to say anything about Russ? Do you want to unmute yourself?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hi. Yeah, I have this beautiful guardian tree called Russ, and I can just walk to him very, very easily. He is my Qigong partner. We breathe together, and I just feel that he's so strong. He's like a protective friend. When I stand close to him or even a little far distant, it feels as though his roots really are just surrounding me. Actually, I can feel him now. And I have sent messages through him to Susie through his roots. When Susie was not feeling well, once we did that, didn't we? Yeah, sent a message through him, and he's just such a friend. Love him.
Thank you. Thank you, Susanna. So we all are getting to know our tree friends. Does someone else want to share anything about a tree friend that you get messages to, get messages from? Well, it's been very full. Our family tree is in the picture behind me from Jude
Oh,
to
yeah.
everyone. Our family tree.
Is that a
Okay.
tree house in the tree, Jude? Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to share something, Susie, about the when you were asking about trees that you sent messages to. We had to move house about a month ago, and I had to leave land that I was really fond of and some particular trees that I loved very much, 2 bunya pines, which are indigenous to this area. And when you sometime when we were doing the sounds, and you asked us to maybe think of a particular tree, I can't remember, but those 2 trees just came straight to me as though they were here now. and
Mm,
I miss them terribly because they felt like guardian trees, and
mm,
sort of remarkable to find in my making the sound and intentionally sort of reaching out to those trees that they kind of arrived here,
mm,
far away from where they actually are. So I want to thank you for that, because that was a surprising and lovely experience,
beautiful.
that I feel that sense still of being connected to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. So let's end with beautiful trees. I have a guardian tree outside my window, says Alicia Davis to everyone. So Alicia, you can sing to your guardian tree. Susanna, you can sing to Russ. Pollyanna, you can sing to the trees you left behind. I'm going to sing to Sylvie, my silver birch outside my bedroom window. I can't go out and feel her roots because I live on a slope and she's in somebody else's backyard, but I still love her and sing to her. So sing to your tree. If you have a name to your tree, you can sing the name. Beautiful, 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 beautiful trees. Beautiful, 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 beautiful trees. Beautiful Maggie and beautiful Russ. Beautiful, beautiful trees. Beautiful Sylvie, beautiful Sylvie. Beautiful, beautiful trees. Beautiful, 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 beautiful family tree. Beautiful, 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 beautiful alligator juniper. Beautiful, 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 beautiful trees. Beautiful, 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 beautiful tree sisters. Tree sisters. True, I'm making this up now. Sing along with me, making it up too. Tree sisters, tree sisters, I love you, singing with you. I love my tree sisters. Tree sisters, hallelujah. Tree sisters, whether you're from Tennessee or way down under, I love my tree sisters from Germany and Spain, tree sisters from England and Ireland, tree sisters from New Zealand and California, tree sisters, tree sisters, tree sisters. Tree sisters, well, thank you for coming on this call and opening your voice to sing. Tree sisters, tree sisters, tree sisters. Bye, 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 bye.
Thank you so much, Susie. Thank you so much for sharing your wonderful gifts and heart and song and everything. It's such a blessing and such an enormous pleasure always. So thank you so much. I'm going to unmute everybody so we can all say goodbye.
Okay.
All unmuted. So thank you,
Bye,
Susan.
Louise.
Love you all. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Pollyanna. Bye. Love you, Tree Sisters.
Bye.
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 Go in peace.
Bye. Bye.